So that was a fucking lie.
Welcome back to the arcade. E3, aka G3 season is absolutely upon us. When I say G3, I'm not referring to myself, even though I should. I'm talking about Jeff Keighley himself, the GOAT, the OG. At the time of this recording, Summer Game Fest is less than a week away. Of course, we will be live streaming for the, fourth, fifth year in a row? Oh man, it's crazy to even think about that. But he dropped the list today of all the 60 plus partners that's going to be at the Summer Game Fest or that's going to be participating. All the big three is going to be there. PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo Switch 2, I said big three, but Capcom, Square Enix. I mean, it is looking like it is going to be up. But I have a big video planned probably for Monday. My big prediction, leaks, the whole deal coming out in a few days. But today I want to focus on two things in particular that I found out. One is one of the most anticipated games that we haven't even really seen ever since it was announced in a game called Pragmata. Now, I am indeed a card-carrying Capcom creator. Say that 4 times fast. So I'm biased. I love my Capcom everything, which is why I got my Capcom Blue on. But you would think, you know, we would be privy to any insider informations, any leaks or little whispers, but maybe closer than any of us may think. Secondly, with Death Stranding 2 on the horizon, as you see Sam Porter Bridges behind me, and if you haven't watched my complete completion of Death Stranding that I posted the other day, it's doing terrible in the algorithm. But hey, man, I'm used to it. It's a little trash ass channel I have. But if you're so inclined, I condensed it down 4K glorious on the PS5 Pro. Some of my best work yet. We cried, we screamed. If you think it's a walking simulator, please just give it a shot, and I'll leave that link down in the description below and at the end of the video. But I bring that up because Kojima's other game that he's working on, no, not the next Metal Gear Physics, no, that's 6-7 years down the line for PS7, but his horror game, OD, this also has got like a small update that turned out to be something pretty substantial once I was able to dig a little deeper into it. So we're going to talk about those two today. Should be a much shorter video than usual, but thank y'all so much. If you're one of the OGs of the channel and you still watch me, you watch everything I put out, I appreciate you. Been trying my best lately. That's all I can say. So thank you. Any love, any shares of the video, likes, the whole deal will be greatly appreciated. Without further ado, let's get into it. Earlier today, young Jeff Keighley was on Twitter. He put out his 2025. This is actually round one. He's going to be another list as well too. But this ties into Kojima because this was also announced that Kojima, of course, Jeff's bestie, the GOAT himself, Hideo Kojima, will also be at Summer Game Fest. So I guess we all assume that with Death Stranding 2 being around the corner, I don't believe he's there to show more Death Stranding 2. He already announced that the launch trailer for Death Stranding 2 is going to be going out about a week or two before the game releases, which is like June 30th. So it's still not time for that. But Kojima's other game that he's working on was just found, I can't remember who, I saw this all over Twitter, so I'm not sure who the original source is. But either way it go, when you go over here on IMDb, it says Kojima's OD. It's a one-of-a-kind experience from the mind of Kojima. Oh, by the way, before, I just want to say, I know originally this was supposed to be an Xbox exclusive. Now have you seen that there's no such thing as an Xbox exclusive any longer? Whenever all their games coming over to PlayStation 5 and PC, which is a smart business move in my opinion. They got Gears of War coming in August. I'm sure Halo and Starfield has been rumored to be coming next, which I would imagine that some of that's going to get announced within the next 2 weeks at the Xbox Showcase or the PlayStation Showcase or Summer Game Fest. There's no exclusives anymore to play or to Xbox, so this is definitely going to be on PlayStation as well. I just wanted to mention that. But here on the IMDb website, writers Hideo Kojima, Jordan Peele, stars Sophia Lillis, Udo Kier, and Hunter Schafer, who we saw in the original trailer, who you may be seeing now as I talk, because I want you to see my ugly ass black ass face. But sorry, self-esteem problems. If you look over here, it said this game is now in post-production. It's like post-production? What you mean post-production? Like they wrapped up? They done? I said this should look like a typo or something. So you know me, I'm curious, and I'm a bot. I asked Gronk over here on Google. It's not Gronk, it's AI. But post-production refers to the final phase of development after the game is released and is available to the public. This stage focuses on maintaining the game, addressing issues, and potentially adding new content. I was like, well, that can't be right. The game is not out yet. But there are typically, this means they are in the final stages of production, which means they're working on bugs and shit. But you know, they had the SAG-AFTRA strike for a while there, so the game was they wasn't able to work on the game. But from my understanding, from the terms of post-production, unless I'm just wrong, please let me know down in the comment section below. This game may be way closer than any of us realize. I don't think it's going to come out this year because he got Death Stranding 2, so he don't want to step on that. But 2026, and I think we're going to be able to actually see some some gameplay to actually see what the hell the game is. I think that is going to happen at Summer Game Fest. I think that is why he is there. The Death Stranding anime is also in the works, in addition to the Death Stranding 824 movie that's in the works. So Kojima is absolutely cooking. That's crazy that they're going to do an anime with Norman Reedus just walking up the hill for like 20 hours, huh? You think you need to play that game? Trust me. I hand the package. Guess who it is? Conan O'Brien in an otter hat. On to what we hear. So Pragmata was initially announced, I'm pretty sure this is the PlayStation Showcase, it was June 11, 2020. That was announced 5 years ago. Originally it was slated to come out and launch it in 2022, then it got delayed to 2023. Then of course, you remember the one she held up the card that says, hey, I'm sorry, it's been indefinitely delayed until beyond. So now we're here in 2025, and Pragmata, we still haven't really seen any actual gameplay. Now, going back to Kojima and Death Stranding, initially when I first saw this trailer, along with everybody else, even more so now that I've beat Death Stranding, this literally looked like a Kojima game off the rip. I mean, if you look at the characters, the art style, I mean, this looks like it could be a Death Stranding DLC. So I'm curious to see what this gameplay is in the new, I think this is going to be in the, not even the RE9 engine, but like the new Rex engine, if I'm not mistaken. Someone correct me on that. But so I'm curious to see what that is. But the one of the most renowned like Capcom leakers and insiders, Dust Golem, who we've talked about here on the channel before, who has a stellar track record in particular with Capcom. Someone asked him, unrelated, but have you heard anything about Pragmata? It's been almost 2 years since the delay, but haven't heard anything from Capcom. He put not much, but Pragmata is at least certainly still in development as of a few months ago, not canceled or anything. I'm super interested in it myself. I have a gut feeling it'll come out something special. Then under this, another known leaker by the name of Young Lunatic Ignis. Yeah, I guess we will see it at summer again. Hope it's indeed the first Rex engine game. So there's no games on Rex right now. Okay, perfect. So these two are the most pronounced like leakers that's out right now. I think Ignis has got a few things wrong, but for the most part, they got a strong track record. So you mix that in with the first round of companies and partners to be announced to be at Summer Game Fest, and you see Capcom here front and center. They have Monster Hunter Wilds come out this year. There's no other games on the horizon unless they got Street Fighter, volume 75 or something like that. But for the most part, it's early. It's still kind of early in the year, and they have nothing else on the books. So it's going to be one of two things, and from my opinion, it's going to be a W either way. Now keep in mind, there's still going to be a PlayStation showcase or a PlayStation State of Play either early next week or after. But typically, PlayStation usually do their State of Plays a few days before Summer Game Fest, which is June 6th, next Friday at this point in time. 4 p.m. Eastern, if I'm not mistaken, but we will be live as I mentioned. So they're going to be there to show. So they either can show Resident Evil 9 at Jeff Keighley's thing, which I don't think so. I think Resident Evil 9 is going to be actually showed at the PlayStation event. Then Pragmata gameplay, since they've already announced it, would be the perfect spot for this. I don't see anything else it could be. Let's say do like Code Veronica, remake or some shit like that. But either way it go, I'm fairly confident we do not get out of this next 2 weeks without some gameplay and a release date for Pragmata. It's not canceled, it's still in production. I think they are cooking. This has been the most optimistic, the most positive update we've got towards this game ever since it was announced. There hasn't been a delay. So I'm very excited, I'm very interested, and we're going to be locked in come next week. But once again, be on the lookout on Monday, early Monday, for a gigantic Summer Game Fest predictions and leaks video. But it'll be for Xbox, for PlayStation. It's gonna be one big ass video for everything. But I want to let the weekend go out and see if any leaks happen, any more partners get announced between now and then. So but either way it go, I'm hyped. Let me know what y'all think down in the comment section below. You know the spill, the whole YouTuber shit. So appreciate y'all. Again, if you're a fan of Death Stranding, if you're first time watching me, please check it out right now. I'll leave it right here on the screen. I need a few more nudges to hit that suggested algorithm, since my channel's so shit. And I appreciate y'all so much, and I'll catch y'all in a few days. Till next time, peace.